Hey, what's up, guys? It's Miku here. Right now, I am gonna make a Dragonmaid Tearlament deck list. From what you've seen, I have some already weird cards. I'm even running the Spectre, running the Spectre in this deck because it is a one card combo that allows you to get your partner. Your partner is also your one card combo starter of the Dragonmaid engine, and I have some extenders and or searches from the deck that you can do Destrudo, targeting a lower level dragon, and then make Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon, you can pop then Dragon or Vine, and then add a pivotal planet, whatever this is the last name is. I can't pronounce it. And then, since you have Ancient Fairy on the field, you can also normal summon your Murray, gaining its effect. And also, on top of it, if you ever mill Double Disruptor Dragon, you can get a Rapid Trigger. Rapid Trigger is an insane card. You can also do some weird shenanigans with this, because you do run Heractic Seals. What you can summon from this card, from this one, it is Blue, Deep Eyes. This one, Deep Eyes White Dragon. On its last effect, if its cards on the field is destroyed by a card effect, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Here's some weird interaction, which Rapid Trigger, if you summon monster in extra deck by destroying material listed on the field. So not only do you have a fusion summon in the enemies in the opponent's turn, you also get to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. It is a way to play this deck. This deck is not that good for interruption, though this deck has a lot of board breakers in its main deck that potentially helps you break opponent's board. I am not gonna lie, this deck is very consistent, not to hand runners. Legitimately weak, and it has clear weaknesses compared to my last deck profile, which deck is Bestial Turbo. This deck is on a, if it goes uninterrupted, I don't think board breakers would help that much into this. Because if you have a Nibiru in your hand and you have Rokalos or your other Tearlament monster, if it gets tributed by Nibiru's effect, it brings it back on the field, which is retarded, which is stupid, which is stupid. But basically, you can run a lot more stuff. Ash is always a must-have. So if you get, let's just say, Fualos, Purulia, or any of those type of cards, you have Ash. Yeah, I run 2-0. This deck is very, very weird. To the fact that I don't always have good mills. This is a mill deck, but I have very little cards that I can mill that would have a effect. Of course, the thinner your deck, the more Tearlaments you do mill, so that is a plus. But I do run not enough fusions for to like, turn 3 maybe still fuse with Tearlaments. So as I said, this adds Dragon or Vine. You can then also send this one. You can send this one, add this one. This deck is not a strong in your turn, but you also play in your opponent's turn. You do have, let's see, you technically have about 6 hand traps. I'm not sure if I count Imperial as a board break or hand trap, I need to have 3 Super Volley, which is quite insane. So let me show you the combo now. This is better. Add this, add Tearlament. What you want to add is this one. Since I have a gold sarcophagus, I can activate this one. I can banish Green Dragon Ruler. Add this one. I'm not gonna activate that. This is just a test run for you to be able to see what you can make. I get to add this one, so I add this one now. Activate this one. Add Volley to my hand. Volley is quite insane. I could activate this one, but no, better I don't. I could send Ash with this and special summon this to the field. It's not bad per se. Right now, what is better if I do this one? Now sending this one. This one. This one. This one. This one. So now you can make this one. The Dragon Ravine. Now, you technically want to keep the Tearlament there. I maybe should have waited on activating it, since I'm gonna add this other race. Send this one. So now I can send a dragon. Strudo. I think there's this one. Let's see this one. So technically the only good thing that I can make. I am gonna mill the Ash. Sadly enough, that is gonna be the play. This is better for currents. What did I? Oh, I triggered happens. Oh, I did. Oh, what is actually good? I milled. So basically, if I'm talking right now, I have 2 tidy, which is really good, and I milled a thingy. The thing is, it's kind of bad to activate it. No, I do have a thingy, which is. Having this triggers, I could bring back. Nah, I don't want to use this yet, so I'm gonna get Mud Dragon on this one. Mud Dragon is not a bad card to have, because this protects you from certain stuff. I have 2, which is interesting. So now, if I am right, now I can use this for example. So that mills something good. It doesn't particularly matter. This one. you set this one. And then you still have this one, which you can use. So there are ways for you to do this. If you're up against these two, maybe it depends. If you have a second tidying, you can also reborn this one in your opponent's turn. And now I will show you what happens in the next turn. Because you don't want to reborn it now, because it's not going to get its effect. And keep at least one card in your hand, which I have to be volley. I didn't use it, but we'll see. And phase. Stand by. Oh, that's awkward. This chain of. Wait, no. Wait. Because it wasn't chain. Oh, no, stop. Actually, yeah, now I can do it. Okay, whatever. Now I'll do it. Okay, so basically, in the standby, which you should do this in the standby, tidying, reborn. This one. This can get dashed, but now you can also do this one. Milling tree. So if this not this effect should fusion. Activate. Oh no, I don't want this one. This one. I think it is this one. I don't want it now, but I have this one. And then I have other stuff also you can do. You still have Seal, you have Army Negate, and you still have a Tearlament on the field that you can do. You can make Draco Stabalia with these two cards. For example, you don't have one dragon in your opponent's turn. Then you also get Tearlament to thingy, so you can make Grapha and you can make Roguls. I'm not sure which one's better. If you don't have cards in your hand, it's better to make Roguls. Which, yeah, do that. And then this would be your end board. And that is basically how this deck functions. This is the best board you can make, in a sense where, yeah, it is quite insane to fuse Tearlaments in your opponent's turn, and then also do some random stuff. Though I did not chain on, so I would have been doing this there. So you can't just wait before you fuse. Maybe they dark order you or something. Though I will add that if your Xiao gets negated and gets sent to the grave, it's gonna be hard to recycle it. That I will say. It's gonna be hard. And you might want to run more than one. Where is it? Did I shuffle it back? No. You might want to run more than one Lady Dragonmaid for this also. And then also battle phase, you can do stuff. Actually, wait, I need the coins done because I can also activate this effect to go like +1. So you can also do this one, just bring this one back. So now your dragons are immune to destruction, and you have this one, which is quite good. You can also put a mini one and then also return it. And if I did that one, I could go +1 in my hand right now. So then you can also have Grapha up. So this deck is really strong. This is my deck profile of no Dragonlers. This maybe you can just run it without it. I just have it in here because there's a one card combo that does get you to Parlor. It is still quite insane. You can also mill a Tearlament with this, which is also insane. So I can't complain about this. You could potentially add a Monster Reborn also. Yeah, I don't know about that one. This deck is quite interesting. It is a pretty combo heavy deck also. Of course you can end with one interrupt and seal. And there is a tech card that is Trishula. If you do this, if you manage to have enough summons through negates and still make this, you're able to banish a card from top of their deck and from their extra deck. If you're against Rizio and then you banish the one detonator, it is done. It's done. What are you gonna do? They can't add it back or they can't recycle it. So this is funny. But this is my Dragonmaid Tearlament Deckprofile. Of course there is Dragonmaid, but Dragonmaid isn't the main one of this deck. You could take it out and just run Tearlament. Tearlament Dragonmaid. Dragonmaid does have a one card combo, so yeah. I hope this helps you and have a fine day.